Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Preeti Kaur. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Jammu and Kashmir government shuts 48 tourist destinations. Some of them are temporarily closed as it beefs up security at the remaining spots. Raids on suspected houses continues. Mark Carney's Liberals win Canada elections to form the government. Conservative leader Palam concedes defeat. Carney to discuss future economic and security ties with Trump. Electricity restored to over 99% of the mainland Spain. No firm cause yet ascertained of the blackout which affected millions. 14-year-old India's teenage sensation Vaibhav Suryavanshi becomes the youngest centurion in T20 cricket. Shatters multiple records in an IPL game in his 35-ball ton. Jammu and Kashmir government has closed 48 destinations for tourists across Kashmir out of 87 destinations over security concerns. The preventive move comes amid security concerns days after a terror attack at the scenic meadows of Pahalgam left 26 civilians dead. At least 48 resorts have been shut in the Union Territory, known for its serene valleys and picturesque mountains. Several tourist sites like Dudhpatri in Budgam and Verinag in Anantnag have also been made out of bounds of the tourists. Meanwhile, the other destinations have been provided proper security, and an official said that some of these destinations have been closed temporarily. Meanwhile, raids on suspected houses continued for the second week. A team of National Investigation Agency visited Prasar Forest to investigate the deadly Pahalgam terror attack. The team recreated the scene and collected evidence. Officials from Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF battalions are also present. Meanwhile, Pakistan continues to violate ceasefire across the line of control. During the night of 28th and 29th April, the Pakistan Army resorted to unprovoked small arms firing across the line of control in areas opposite Kupwara and Baramulla districts as well as the Akhnur sector. The Indian Army responded in a measured and effective manner to the provocation. Pertinently, the Pakistan Army has been continuously violating the ceasefire on the LoC for the 6th day. Vishal Barrister joins us from Srinagar. Vishal, good afternoon. Now, we've told our viewers about how ceasefire violations have been reported from Akhnur, from Baramulla. You get us the latest situation at the LoC.
Well, Preeti, let me first talk about the step taken by the Jammu and Kashmir government. 48 out of 87 tourist destinations have been shut down. This is for security reasons purely. Right now I'm here at the Dachigam National Park, and here also there have been restrictions imposed by the Jammu and Kashmir government because after the fisheries they have trout fisheries inside. They are breeding here. There's a breeding center which is 1.5 kilometer inside, so you are not allowed to go beyond that. And I have with me two persons. They are from the Jal Shakti department. Let's talk to them and find out. What's your name?
Firdaus.
Mr. Firdaus, tell me that after this restriction has been imposed, अंदर कितना दूर अभी जाने के मनाही है? फिशरीज के बाद restriction लगा दिए गए और अंदर सिक्योरिटी कितनी है अभी?
सिक्योरिटी बहुत है, तकरीबन 1.5 किलोमीटर के बाद फिशरी है, उसके बाद मना है वहाँ जाना।
कितनी सिक्योरिटी बढ़ा दी गई है?
बहुत।
क्या है अंदर? जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस है, सीआरपीएफ है?
जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस भी आती है मगर सीआरपीएफ परमिट है यहाँ पे।
अच्छा, आपका क्या नाम है?
शौकत अहमद सर।
इधर आइए शौकत भाई, ये बताइए कि किस तरह का चेंज आप देख रहे हैं, क्योंकि आज तो टूरिस्ट भी बहुत कम दिख रहे हैं।
जी हाँ, वहाँ से ऑलरेडी वहाँ पर एक सीआरपी कैंप लगा हुआ था, उसका बहुत टाइम होगा। फिर भी वहाँ के इंडियन आर्मी है, वो भी गश्त कर रही है ऊपर, फिशेस के ऊपर भी जाते हैं, जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस भी जाती है, एवरीडे होती है वहाँ पर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स।
आज क्या हालात है?
हालात तो टूरिस्ट नहीं है, तकरीबन ना होने के बराबर है।
So there you hear, Preeti, this is a ground report here. Though there is no shutdown of tourism in Jammu and Kashmir, let me repeat, there is no shutdown, but because of security reasons, certain destinations have been shut down because of security reason, and this is Dachigam National Park. This is total forest inside. So after 1.5 kilometer, you're not allowed to exceed the limit. So till 1.5 kilometer you can go, which is up to the breeding center of trout fishes. So this is the news just coming in. Now coming back to your questions, yes, there has been repeated ceasefire violation by the Pakistan army, and it has been 6 days in a row now, and Indian army is retaliating to every kind of attempt either to infiltrate the terrorists here or to rescue them back. So Indian army is giving a befitting reply to all the nefarious design of our enemy, which is Pakistan across the border. Preeti.
All right, Vishal, 48 resort destinations in Jammu and Kashmir have been closed. We see it as a precautionary measure, and the government is also beefing up security there. But do we also know about any time limit for, till when will these resort destinations be closed?
Oh, well, there is no time limit because a joint combing operation is on, and these resorts have been closed not because there is a threat to tourism here in Jammu and Kashmir, but because of security reasons, because there has been a steep decline in the footfall. Yes, there are tourists in Srinagar, there are tourists in Pahalgam, but because of their remote locations, there could be possible hideouts for those hiding terrorists, because we are getting to know that 191 people have been interrogated so far, and there have been no arrests, but yes, detention. So there could be many underground workers. So police and the administration are not taking any chances so that these remote destinations become hideouts of these so-called informers and the terrorist network. Preeti?
All right, Vishal, thank you so much for joining in with those inputs from Jammu and Kashmir. And a disturbing video capturing the Pahalgam terror attack has surfaced on the social media, showing the chilling moments when terrorists attacked the Baisaran Valley on April 22nd. The footage, accidentally recorded by a tourist riding a zip line, shows people fleeing in panic as gunfire erupts. Rishi Bhatt, the tourist, said that he narrowly escaped because he was mid-air on the zip line when the terrorists opened fire. Towards the end of the video, a body can be seen lying motionless on the ground. According to reports, the National Investigation Agency has taken the zipline operator in for questioning.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. That's it. Pair lamba karo.
India launched a scathing critique of Pakistan at the launch of the Victims of Terrorism Association Network at the United Nations, beginning the statement by mentioning Pahalgam terror attack. India's deputy envoy to the UN, Yojana Patel, reaffirmed that India has been a victim of cross-border terrorism. Taking a dig on Pakistan Defence Minister's remarks, she said that Pakistan is a rogue state, and Pakistan Minister's confessions on his country's support to terror surprises no one.
The whole world has heard Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif admitting and confessing Pakistan's history of supporting, training and funding terrorist organizations in a recent television interview. This open confession surprises no one and exposes Pakistan as a rogue state fueling global terrorism and destabilizing the region. The world can no longer turn a blind eye. I have nothing further to add.
In the aftermath of the recent Palam terror attack, India has taken strong measures against Pakistan, including the revocation of 14 categories of visas previously granted to Pakistani nationals. Pakistani visitors to India admitted on medical visa must exit today, that is 29th of April. The visa revocations took place in a staggered manner, with SARC visas expiring on 26th April, medical visas expiring on 29th of April, and all other visas expired on 27th of April. Diplomatic and official visas will, however, remain valid, with any deadline to exit India to be decided by the Ministry of External Affairs. Long-term visas issued to Pakistani citizens will also remain valid. There shall also be no restriction on the issue of new diplomatic and official visas or long-term visas. The Indian diaspora in France has organized a peace march in solidarity with the victims of the Palam terror attack in front of the Eiffel Tower. Indians expressed their anger against terrorism. They also showed their faith in the government and appreciated its efforts.
26 innocent tourists lost their lives in Pahalgam terror attack. India is shaken again. Indians are in deep grief again. Whole world is condemning this coward attack. And Indians from all over the world are standing firmly with the victims and with nation. I'm here in Paris, right in front of the Eiffel Tower, where Indian diaspora has organized peace march in support of the victim and against terrorism.
भारत माता की एक बात ख्याल रहे कि यहाँ पे जो भारत हमारा है ना उसको प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं तो भारत हम
No one here is from any particular state or any particular organization. Everyone gathers here is just as an Indian. We can see children, professional, youngsters and senior citizens as well. They are carrying messages that we are standing firmly against terrorism. They are holding Indian flag. They are showing their support to India and victims' family.
Like whenever I used to see that lady like just sitting down and husband lying down, it was very terrific and very emotional. And we are just here to support, and that's it, nothing.
Innocent bloodshed is not at all acceptable and not justified in any philosophy, in any terminology, for any cause in the world, in this civilized society.
My condolences to all the families who are involved with this, and I really hope this ends and India is against terrorism, and it means unity in diversity. Thank you.
So terrorism is a big no-no. I think we are fully confident with the competent authorities of India. We stand together with everybody, and we hope that there is some solution to this sooner than later.
Like Paris, Indians from every corner of the world showing and saying, no matter how far we are from our land, we still can feel the pain of victims, their family and friends. And they are saying, they are showing, we are here standing firmly for peace, for justice and for the nation. Rohini Gosavi in Paris for DD India.
In a tragic incident, a 21-year-old Indian student, Vanshika Saini, has been found dead under mysterious circumstances in Canada. Reacting on this, High Commission of India in Ottawa said, and I quote, "We are deeply saddened to be informed of the death of Vanshika, a student from India in Ottawa. The matter has been taken up with concerned authorities and the cause is under investigation as per local police. We are in close contact with the bereaved kin and local community associations to provide all possible assistance." Vanshika was pursuing higher education in Ottawa for the past 2.5 years. The stage is all set for the World Audio Visual Entertainment Summit, or WAVES 2025, which will take place from 1st till 4th of May in Mumbai. Let's listen in to what legendary actor Amitabh Bachchan has to say about this.
नमस्कार। आज भी लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि सिनेमा का असली मकसद क्या है। मैं कहता हूं कि सिनेमा सिर्फ एक कहानी नहीं, एक एहसास है जो दिल तक जाए, जो यादों में रहे, जो दुनिया को जोड़ दे। World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit, WAVES, is the next chapter of that journey. यहाँ सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट ही नहीं, एक नया युग लिखा जाएगा। तो क्या आप इस कहानी का हिस्सा बनने के लिए तैयार हैं?
And in news just coming in from Gujarat, in Ahmedabad city, demolition drive was carried out at illegal settlements near Chandola Lake today. The massive exercise was launched jointly by the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation and the State Police. According to Joint CP Crime, Sharat Singhal, a majority of Bangladeshis used to stay here. Chandola Talab has seen significant encroachment due to the continued arrival of Bangladeshi intruders. You're watching DD India Live. We're heading for a short break, but after the break, US automakers heave a sigh of relief as President Trump's administration mulls reducing the impact of his automotive tariffs. Aiming to challenge Elon Musk's Starlink dominance, the first batch of 27 satellites for Amazon's Kuiper broadband internet constellation launched into space from Florida. Aadhaar powers India's digital leap with record 2,707 crore transactions. Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India Live. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has claimed narrow victory in the snap election. In his victory speech, Carney told reporters that he looks forward to working constructively with all parties across Parliament, stressing that his government will work for and with everyone.
We will fight. We will fight Trump's counter tariffs. In fact, we are already. We're fighting them with our own counter tariffs that cause maximum damage in the United States with minimum impact here in Canada.
Carney also said that he had been warning for months that America wants our land, our resources, our country. He added that Trump is trying to break them so that America can own them. He, however, hinted at sitting down with Trump to discuss future economic and security ties between the two sovereign nations.
As I've been warning for months, America wants our land, our resources, our water, our country. Never. But these are not idle threats. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never ever happen.
Earlier, leader of the main opposition Conservative Party has conceded defeat, with its leader Pierre Poilievre saying hard lessons have been learned. Addressing his supporters, he told the crowd that he will continue to fight for Canadians and take their stories into Parliament.
My purpose in politics is and will continue to be to restore that balance. To the candidates who ran under our banner as Conservatives, to the volunteers who knocked on the doors, made phone calls, put up lawn signs, rallied at our events, donated their hard-earned money to our cause, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. To the millions of people who voted for the Conservative Party and put their hopes and dreams in our vision, thank you. It will be an honor to continue to fight for you.
US President Donald Trump's administration will move to reduce the impact of his automotive tariffs on Tuesday by elevating some duties imposed on foreign parts in domestically manufactured cars and keeping tariffs on cars made abroad from piling on top of other ones. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick hailed it as a major victory, rewarding manufacturers who build in America while offering flexibility to those pledging future investments. The decision comes after fierce lobbying by automakers, warning that 25% of tariffs on imported parts could cripple the industry, hiking car prices, slashing dealership sales, and sparking costly service delays. A letter from giants like GM, Toyota, and Volkswagen urged urgent action, warning that fragile suppliers could collapse, halting production lines nationwide. As Trump heads to Michigan, the heart of the U.S. auto manufacturing, this concession marks a critical step in averting economic chaos. China on Tuesday blamed U.S. tariffs for Beijing's decision to stop accepting new aircraft from aviation giant Boeing, saying the levies had disrupted the international air transport market. In a statement, China's Commerce Ministry said that the United States' wielding of tariffs has severely impacted the stability of the global industrial chain and supply chain. New U.S. levies soaring as high as 145% triggered China's retaliation with 125% duties. Boeing's CEO confirmed that Chinese airlines have stopped accepting jets, a blow to plans for 50 scheduled deliveries in 2025. As President Trump slammed Beijing for breaking the deal, China's Commerce Ministry struck back, urging America to restore stability for global trade. An unprecedented power outage left millions of people in Spain, Portugal and parts of France without electricity since mid-afternoon on Monday. The massive power outages saw widespread disruption and a state of emergency remains in place in Spain. Power has almost fully been restored to more than 99% of mainland Spain. Here's a detailed report.
Lights flickered back to life in Spain and Portugal on Tuesday after a massive blackout hit the area, stranding passengers in trains and hundreds of elevators, while millions saw phone and internet coverage die. Overnight into Tuesday, about 90% of power was restored to Spain's national grid and lights have come back on into the Portuguese capital of Lisbon. Residents cheered as power returned in Madrid after the outage, but no firm cause for the shutdown has yet emerged. Earlier, a sweeping power outage left millions of people in Spain, Portugal and parts of France without electricity on Monday, leading to chaotic scenes and widespread disruption. Houses, offices, trains, traffic lights and even the Madrid Open Tennis tournament were all hit. A day of widespread disruption paralyzed public transport, caused large traffic jams and delayed airline flights as utility operators scrambled to restore the grid. Portuguese Prime Minister Montenegro said the source of the outage was probably in Spain. Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez said all the potential causes were being analyzed.
En lo que respecta a las causas,
what has caused this sudden disappearance of supply? This is something that specialists have not yet been able to determine, but they will, and the relevant state institutions and all private operators are working together to understand what has happened. All potential causes are being analyzed. I insist again, without ruling any hypothesis, any possibility.
Y las instituciones del Estado.
Widespread outages are unusual in Europe. The latest incident is likely to surpass Europe's largest blackout to date, when over 50 million people in Italy and Switzerland were left without electricity for up to 12 hours in 2003. Anamika Pandey reporting for DD India.
The first 27 satellites for Amazon's Kuiper broadband internet constellation were launched into space from Florida on Monday. The batch of 27 satellites was lofted into space at 7 p.m. local time from the rocket company's launch pad at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
Marking the start of the news. Engine operating parameters continue to look good.
Bangladesh Mahila Parishad on Monday urged the Professor Yunus-led interim government to take stronger action to curb the increasing crimes against women and to establish and safeguard women's rights. In recent times, cases of atrocities against women have increased across Bangladesh. A total of 442 women and girls were subject to various forms of violence across the country in March alone. Rabia Begum Shanti, Secretary of Bangladesh Mahila Parishad, revealed the information at a press conference held at the Jatiya Press Club on Monday based on reports published in daily newspapers. Rabia said that the increasing hostility towards women is severely obstructing their freedom of movement. The city of Arkadagh in Turkmenistan hosted celebrations for the national holiday of the Turkmen Horse. featuring an international Take Horse Beauty Contest and awards for a creative competition honoring the Paradise horses. During the beauty contest, the horses were first presented in their natural splendor and then in rich national horse harness. In a significant milestone reflecting the growing digital trust in India, Aadhaar authentication transactions urged past 2,707 crore rupees during the financial year 2024-25. In a statement, the Minister of Electronics and IT said the rising adoption comes alongside a record-breaking 44.63 crore eKYC transactions completed in March 2025 alone. 14-year-old India's teen sensation Vaibhav Suryavanshi on Monday rewrote history books as his sensational 35-ball 100 shattered multiple records. Rajasthan Royals batter became the youngest centurion in men's T20 cricket ever at just 14 years and 32 days. He became second fastest player to an IPL century, sitting just behind Chris Gayle in the list of fastest IPL centuries. Before winding up, we'll get to the latest update. An MOU was signed between Wadhwani Foundation and IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, Anusandhan National Research Foundation in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Yugma Conclave at Bharat Mandapam today. Yugma, meaning confluence in Sanskrit, is a first of its kind strategic conclave convening leaders from the government, academia, industry and the innovation ecosystem. It will contribute to India's innovation journey driven by a collaborative project of around 1,400 crore rupees with joint investment from the Wadhwani Foundation and government institutions. In line with the Prime Minister's vision of a self-reliant and innovation-led India, various key projects were initiated during the conclave. And that's it in this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those of you on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. This app is available on both Android and iOS platforms, and you can download the respective QR codes. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Preeti Kaur signing off, and from all of us at In Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.